Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to yet another episode of my PI Dream. Today is, what day is that? Today is Thursday, and it is build day 173. Yes, build day 173 on the construction schedule at Villa FELIZ. And I'm hoping by the time I arrive at the site today, we have roofers that have come in early. I'm hoping that my builder contacted them and said they need to get in a little bit earlier. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to work.
Camera.
Going to work. Yes, got the camera on. Good morning. And the roofing. Roofing is the main concern today. Good morning. Roofing and maybe the tile people will be there today. But again, remember, I always have these plans and they don't always fall into play with what goes on during the daytime. So yeah, let's go ahead and get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to see.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's what I'm hoping I show up on the work and there's so much activity going on today. You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. So, good morning. Oh, banana. Oh, nothing for me today. But what about you? You need it?
No.
Nothing. Nothing today. I have to go to work. I really do.
Okay,
Alright, I'll see you later. Have a good day. Magandang umaga, Tess. How are you today? Hey, the tortang talong last night was very, very good, and you gave me a very generous portion. Thank you so much. It was very good, very good. What are you making tonight?
Pork chop ulit.
Do I like it?
Ayan, dito
Okay.
Pork with a little fat, like adobo, but it is a little fat.
A little fat? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and make me one. Make me one. Okay, thank you. I'll see you tonight. Well, anyway, I have a feeling today's going to be one of those hit and miss kind of days. I think I would be willing to bet there's probably a little bit of sprinkles every now and then. And I think we're going to have partly cloudy, partly sunny. And it's just going to be one of those kind of days. If you look at the sky, and because the clouds are moving pretty quick, and usually when the clouds are moving this quick, it's sort of like there's a front somewhere that's kind of pushing all of this and is the driving force. And I'll just be happy. I'll just be happy if we get a full crew today, and even if they get 3/4 of a day, I will be happy with that. Well, anyway, I would like to do an update on the situation from yesterday from my family that are in the Tortola of the British Virgin Islands. We were able to get in touch with my sister-in-law about 2 hours ago, and we have confirmed that both of the houses, the house that they were doing a renovation on, their family home, and the house that they were renting, both of those are total losses. They're gone. My family was in the newer house that was built with brick. Their original house is all wood, and the house that they were renting was all made out of brick and concrete. But the hurricane was so strong, it blew out all the windows of the house, and it's like nothing anymore. And the other house, the top floor collapsed from the first floor down to the bottom floor, and the house is not there anymore. So what they are doing, they're taking advantage of the repatriation opportunity, and they're going to be taking flights back from the British Virgin Islands back to the Philippines. And it's my understanding that they're working on that right now. I believe they will be in Puerto Rico on Monday, which hopefully that puts them back into the Philippines on Tuesday. And I will continue to give updates on that. But the main thing is that they're safe. Nobody was hurt. Even though there is loss of property and things like that, you can always replace property, but you cannot replace a life. So I'm thankful for that. All right, well, change one in today's schedule. Remember I said the tiling guys were supposed to be here, the two tiling guys that do nothing but tiling. They won't be in here until, he said Saturday or Monday. I'm gonna bet on Monday. And so to get ahead of our guys, our one tiling guy down there, they're gonna start the tiling. We'll see how that works. They're gonna be working on that, and that's what they were doing earlier. They were doing the measurements for the center, and the thing I discussed with them about making sure that everything is symmetrical except for the sump hole, because they didn't symmetrically center that in the center of the garage, but that's okay. That's not a biggie. So what that means is my CR is stopped again. So we are 4 days, 5 days into putting tile in a bathroom, in a tiny bathroom, and that stopped. I think you're going to find that on a lot of the projects. Everything gets started, and it doesn't seem like anything gets completed. They move on to something else, but that's part of the construction phase, I guess. I'm not used to it, but that's the way they do things over here. It's like the grill area. They got started. We were going great. The progress was going so good. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get this finished. Then boom, stop, go to something else. It's like the skim coat. Working on somewhere, then boom, stop. It's like putting up door jams. Some of them get done, get installed, sit there for a few days, boom, they get in, and then something else. It's like the fencing. Well, the fencing hasn't stopped though. Since they started the fencing, I got to admit, they're working on the fencing. That's one of the probably the most progressive projects that we got going on. That's continuing. They're over there working this morning. Let me see if we can see. I saw people walking back here. I think they're still doing the digging, because we got some of the footers in, and the concrete's been poured in some of the footers, so they're working back on that section today. They were working down on this section yesterday. Whoop, get out your way. One of the things I discussed with my builder this morning was the staining of all the door jambs and the door frames themselves. Now, it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to have your windows and doors like painted or stained or whatever kind of finish that you want to put on there. We're choosing for, remember the company that we have coming in that's doing all the UPVC doors and windows. Let me show you the finish that we're using for the window frames and those door frames. It's going to be this color right here. Let me get out here where you see it a little bit better. This is the color that we're using right here. This is an actual sample of the frame that we're using, and so it only makes logical sense when you do your door jambs to try to match them up. So a good thing about this color right here, we're going to use this color also for all the door jambs. So these will be sanded down, and they will go with a darker stain. So when you look from the outside, the appearance of all doors, windows, and sliding glass doors and everything like that, they're all going to be the same, and it will there won't be anything that distracts you going from one point to the other. And when they'll do a hand rub, basically hand rub. So they'll brush it on, they'll wait for it to stay on a specific amount of time that they need to achieve the desired color of the door frame and the door jamb, and then what they'll do, they'll wipe it down with a rag or a sponge or something like that, and take all the residual off. And then what they will do, they'll use a spray coater for the final finish on there, for the protective coat, instead of painting something on there. And it won't be like the old days when they used to finish furniture and they would use a brush on there, and then you would see the streaks from whatever type of finish that they used way back when. Everything is nice and fine finished. And a lot of times there's even a sanded coat, multi-sanded coats afterwards with multi-layers of your final finish that's on there. So it should look good. Have fun. You seem to be growing more and more each day. Your legs are getting so long. Your legs are getting so long. Look at you. Anyway, I have a job to do now. You remember yesterday I took home all those color samples to try to pick out a color. Well, I will tell you right now, you cannot sit in an apartment with a LED light above your head without natural light and try to pick a color that comes close to anything you think in your mind. because the light inside that's not natural light that goes through there, it will discolor everything, and you cannot put it up and match it to things on the screen. It's just totally impossible to do that. You really need to sit outside, just like with this light that we have right here, and try to make a selection. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back over to the Bahay Kubo, use those. My wife sent me some samples from a couple of the Philippine sites over here, Daisies and Voisin. And what we'll do is we'll try to pick something out as close to what we think we need, and they can actually mix it and be able to make those colors. So as you see, a lot of stuff going on here at the site this morning. You hear activity going on, people cutting stuff. They're actually cutting. This is the roofing people. You saw the roofing people here an hour early, even though they didn't get started. It was like 20 minutes after 8 is when they actually, I think the first time I saw them up on the roof. But that's it. That's better than nothing, because they're normally not even here at 8:20. They're usually not here until like about quarter till 9. So we have the roofing people. We have some people doing, I have no idea what the mortar is for over there. Maybe it's for, I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing with the mortar right now. I think for the fencing, because I see some footers going in over on the fencing area on the side. And you see we've got some stuff going on with the floor in the basement, some of the tiling, and we got plastering all on the very front. The front of the house is going to be nice and smooth. I asked my builder to make sure that we don't have any of those artifacts and ripples and things like that. So he's has his team working diligently to make sure that the exterior of the house looks like the interior of the house, like inside the basement down there. So anyway, lots of things going on. Let me get Bahay Kubo set up, answer some emails, answer some comments, and then we'll do some updates on what's going on the job site here. So anyway, it just would not be a day without rain around this place. It is rainy season. So we've had rain for the last 2 hours, and not super heavy downpour, but on and off, on and off, on and off. But I got to tell you what, the team that's working on the roof, I don't know if you can see them. They're still here. They're still here working. I think my builder must have had a talk with them and said we need to expedite this and do some extra work. So they are still here. Let's see if we can see them around here. There they are. They are still up on the roof going strong. So I want to get out of here. I want to try to escape before any of the heavy rains come down. So I'm going to do a quick capture of what got accomplished today. And nothing got completed, but everybody has a little bit of their tasks done today. And I'm not going to go back over in the area where the fencing is. They were pouring concrete for all the footers down there, and I don't know how many footers. I will look tomorrow to see how many footers we got done. But they just did the cleaning of the mixer, and they're done for the day. I don't know, maybe they poured all the footers on that side. We'll find out tomorrow. You saw a lot of people doing skim coat today. Lots of skim coat. Skim coat. Ceiling. Skim coat in laundry. Skim coat in the control room. And they were doing lots on the front, but when the rain started coming down, they moved to the inside. Let's go down to the basement and see where we are in the basement. You know what we're doing down there? You know we're doing tiling. And floor tiling. So let me also show you here. I made a call on how we're going to do some of the tiling inside the niche area, and so that we can take advantage of this trim work. So what we're going to do, we're going to run this same tile right here. And we're going to run it on the inside. And what we'll do, we'll put the trim work on the inside, so this will all match up and it'll look just like this trim work is back here. This way we have the same tile on the inside and the outside, and it'll look a little funny if we use the tile that we're going to be using here for the niche on the side here and meet a different plane over here. So we're going to match that up. So the tile pattern that you see here, it'll be more evident once we get it cleaned up. It still has a lot of the mixture for the adhesives and stuff like that you see on the top of it, and it's just a mess. But I think it'll look really good once it's cleaned up. So what I want to show you on the front of the house, you see our beautiful arched window for the master bathroom in the master suite up there. That window, that whole window is going to go up, over to the right. We're gonna cut it out, what's inside there right now, and we're gonna do new forms, and we're gonna move it up. The problem is with the roof line, you see how high it is from the arch to where the roof is up there. Well, it's supposed to be less than half that amount of space inside of there, and you see where the roof is right here and goes to the bottom. Well, it's running right into the ledge. Miscalculation that had to do with some of the changes that we had with the roof itself. So our window frame is in the wrong place. What we will do is we will cut out the concrete hollow blocks to the right side, shift it over to the right. We will make a new arch, just like the arch that we have here, but higher, probably, I don't know, 40, 50 centimeters, maybe 30 centimeters higher or something like that, but it will be up and it'll to the right. It's something that we have to do, and these things happen, and you have good successes, and sometimes you have some mistakes, and you just fix the mistakes and then you move forward. Let's talk about one more thing before we close for the day, something that I addressed with my builders today. I saw the ceiling team, and this is the master bedroom inside here. Remember, we have the cathedral ceilings now inside of here, and so when I came in here, I saw the roofing team, or not the roofing team, I saw the ceiling team that do all the tins work inside for all the board, the ceiling board that's going up inside. And I started watching where they were starting to put it, and by habit, as a creature of habit, and the way they do things, a lot of their ceilings, they drop down. If you have a column, they'll drop the ceiling down to near the bottom of the column. Well, I want to see all the columns, and I caught them. A good thing I caught them in time, so it wasn't a repeat of what happened on the front porch. So I caught them. I said, and my builder wasn't here. I said, hold it right now. We'll wait till the my builder gets back here, and then we'll make a decision on how we're going to approach this. He came back in, and what I asked him, I said, you see, we have this is where the split aircon unit is going inside the bedroom. And if they would put the ceiling, if they would have put where they were planning on putting the tinsmith and the drop-down ceiling right on this small portion before it starts going up, it would have been like this much above the aircon unit. I said, no, let's do appropriate spacing above it, and we'll go right to the truss. We're going to do everything right to the truss, all the way to the truss is actually going to be part of our support for some of our ceiling. And then our truss that we have right here, we are going all the way to the back on the truss on there and making a ledge up there. They were going to come to the edge of the beam right here, and they were going to do the drop-down ceiling, not the drop-down ceiling, they were going to do for the lighting, they were going to come out even further past this hidden gutter here, and they were going to go below, where this downspout for the hidden gutter goes. They were going to go below that, which would have only given us about this much above the header of the door. I said, no, we're not going to put any of it right here. What we're going to do, we're going to take advantage of this hidden gutter. We're going to use that as a feature inside here, and we're not going to do a box here. And what we're going to do, we're going to make a really neat little feature here, and we'll do an equal feature, a mirrored feature on this side right here, a little design inside there, so you don't know that this is hiding a gutter up here. And what we're going to do also, they would have gone right to the bottom of this beam right here, and I said, no, let's go to the top of the beam. We're going to use the beam. I want to see beams. We'll do nice clean skim coat, nice paint, and these beams will be exposed. And what that will do, that will give us about 14 to 16 inches more of ceiling space inside here. So we will have really nice ceilings inside here. And then this was supposed to be a different feature that we were going to do inside here, but I think it would have taken them 30 to 45 days to do this special feature that we were going to do inside the hallway. So what we're going to do, we're going to go right to the truss with a flat ceiling, and we're going to do an archway right here. I will discuss what we were planning on doing in there one day. It was going to be a surprise, but it's not. I discussed with my builder how long it would take his guys to do this, and it's just going to take way too long for them to do it, and we want to have a completion date on time. Well, anyway, I'm going to close for now, and I have to close for now because my GoPro says it has 0%, but how could it have 0%? Because you see me right now, but it is almost dead. So well, anyway, the GoPro battery did die while I was out there, so I'm plugged into the wall right now. So I'm finishing up today's episode plugged in. So anyway, I am plugged in, and even though we have a couple issues inside, we have some successes today. We have more progress today than we did the day before, and then we had no progress the 2 days before that because of all the rain that we had. So I always look at progress as a good thing. So like I said, even though we have that issue, and that's going to end up costing us 3 days, that window up there, but it's going to be 3 days for a team of probably about 2 of the guys. But it was a miscalculation, and it will be taken care of. But we're actually moving forward, and I'm excited about those tiles inside the basement, and and the tiles in my CR. I have no idea why it's taking so long for the tiles in the CR, but maybe because it's just one guy doing it. I don't know. So, but it will get done. I'm optimistic about that. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to close for today. Tomorrow is Friday, and it's going to be build day 174. Yes, build day 174 here at the build schedule on Villa Feliz. And tomorrow is going to be a lot of what you see today, but I hope it's not a lot of the rain that we're getting in the end of today for tomorrow. I hope we have a good day tomorrow. I have not looked at the weather to see what's going on, but I do know when you look at the weather anymore during this time of year over here, it's like every day says rain, 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 rain. So but on a more serious note, I did receive information that it looks like my sister-in-law, her husband, and my nephews and my niece, they will be repatriating back here to the Philippines. So I am trying to find out so that I can pick them up at the international port upon arrival. and get them secured here. So anyway, until tomorrow, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed and you will be notified the next time I push a new video. So until tomorrow, you have a wonderful day.